People are fake. It's cool. Y'all good. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, welcome. Be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. So today we about to sip on a little tea, okay? I'm going to tell y'all about how I got kicked off my cheerleading team. Yes, y'all, I got kicked off my all-star cheerleading team back in high school. So let's get into it. So, little like background story. So I started cheering my junior year in high school, which is really late, but my friend got me to like try out for her all-star cheerleading team that was local around my area. So I was like, okay, something new. I was really like inexperienced compared to everybody who I was on the team with. I was on a level 3 team, so I was really playing catch up. My first year was great, like I loved it. My second year cheering was a little different, which was my senior year of high school, because a lot of the people who I cheered with my first year did not come back the second year. Either they graduated or they just stopped cheering. But I'm like, whatever. So my main position in stunts was a bass. That was the only position I really ever did. But second year we had to do a one-man stunt. It was definitely a little challenging for me because I've never done it before, and I wasn't a bass in that stunt. I was technically a back spot, but I was like a back spot and a bass, because I still had to support like behind and on the side, like the way I had to carry my flyer. And we're gonna name my flyer Ashley. Ashley was cool, but she often struggled with stunts because she always kind of had issues like being sturdy in her stunts. But you know, with time, everybody gets better. They told me that, all right, so you're gonna serve as a back spot for Ashley's stunt, and then so-and-so is gonna be the bass. And the stunt was very short. It wasn't like a stunt that was so intricate and so, it was like a go up, boom, pose, something, come down. So I was like, okay, I think I can do this. Like, I've made it this far, like I can do this. So we would be doing the stunt, and Ashley had a hard time like locking her leg, and had a hard time just staying sturdy, like locking her legs, staying stiff, strong, tall, all that. So she kept falling. Oftentimes when she wouldn't lock her leg, or she wouldn't, like, you know, it looked like she wasn't really giving enough effort, my coach would get irritated, because it's like, come on, like we got to get this stunt, we have competitions to, you know, win XYZ. And you know, we all want her to, like, you know, lock and get the stunt down pat, like, come on, you got this, Ashley, you got this. But it came a point in time where she just kept falling. So my coach at a point in time was getting real fed up and was like, you need to learn how to lock your leg, you know, just being assertive. She's a coach, like your coaches are hard on you, lock your leg, get it, so we can get it. Cool. She kept falling. So it came to a point in time where my coach was like, if she don't want to lock her leg, don't catch her, XYZ. And we like, obviously we're not going to not catch her, like we're her back spot and base, like we're there to catch her and to hold her up. But it was like used as a scare tactic to kind of make her lock her leg. So she would like say that and then come near the stunt and watch. And if she would get the stunt, she would lock her leg, she would be serious, we would get it. So cool. I'm like, okay. Like, so sometimes it felt like maybe, like, I don't know if she needed a push, or maybe she needed like a consequence or whatever. I don't know what made her get it, but when my coach got on her hard, she got it. So cool. So it was about 3 practices before a competition we had, and she kept falling, she was wobbly, she didn't lock her leg, all of that. So I'm like, all right, Ashley, come on, you gotta lock your leg. If you don't lock your leg, we ain't gonna catch you. And hopefully she'll like lock her leg, because obviously maybe she needs to know that we're serious about it. Like, and also, let me rewind, our flyers were young. So even though like our senior level team, we're like anywhere between like 14 to 17, 18, our flyers were like 10, 11, 12 maybe, but more so like they were young. So I'm thinking, okay, I can use it as a scare tactic, because I saw that my coach saying that worked for her. The one time I say something, she falls. Like, she falls on the ground in a way that like injured her. Like, she fell and hit the mat and twisted her arm, and Everybody's like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. She's crying, she's screaming, crying. We had to call the ambulance, XYZ. So let me break down how she fell. So when you're a flyer and you are doing a stunt, and if you feel yourself about to fall, or you aren't, you know, holding on, whatever, you fall back because, I hit my head. You fall back because your back spot is there to catch you. The way she fell like, this is the base and this is me, and then my flyer is like on top. So she felt like that way. She felt like forward diagonalish. So there wasn't really a way for me to catch her in that aspect, because I'm behind you, so I can catch you. Like even if you fall like backwards diagonally or backwards straight, like you're gonna hit me. Even if I don't catch you right, you're gonna hit me before you hit the floor. But when you fall over your base's head or like forward, nobody's there to catch you. So that's why she hit the floor and got injured. So, you know, practice was just really like, we were sad, we were down, we were like, oh my gosh, I hope she's okay, I hope she's okay, da 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 da. Couple practices go by. Obviously we got word that, you know, her arm was like, I don't know if it was broken, I don't know if it was fractured, but she had to wear like a sling or a cast, and she was out for the season. And we only had about 2 more competitions left that season, so it was towards the end of the season anyway. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe that happened to her. Like, that's my flyer. Like, I felt bad, like she hurt herself. She's been my flyer the whole season, whatever. I saw her at competition maybe a few days later, and I was talking to her like, you know, Ashley, I'm so sorry about what happened. Like, if I can do anything, let me know. I can talk to your guardian if you want me to. Like, let me know what I can do, because like I felt partially responsible. Like, you know, granted she didn't fall properly, but like I'm still her back spot, so I was still there to catch her. You're never supposed to let your flyer hit the ground, you know what I'm saying? She was a little down. She was like, it's okay, da, 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 da. This is at competition, because we have like a good 6-7 hours before we actually had to perform, so we always had time to like chat, eat, whatever. So that competition went by. I can't even remember if we won or lost, I don't know. But all right, so the following, oh, this was in March, because the following practice was April Fool's Day. So April Fool's Day, we're with the team, so we have our little group chat, and we're like, y'all, let's pull a prank on our coaches. Like, let's go to practice OC late. Like, let's go late and let's see how they react. So we all got dropped off for practice and went to a nearby shopping, like a grocery store, and was chilling there, like making vines, laughing, kiki and whatever, having a grand old time. Our coaches are blowing us up, texting us, where are you, what are y'all doing, because like the gym is empty. 15 minutes passed by, nobody was there, so they were kirking, like they were kirking. So we like, all right y'all, let's go. So we get to the gym, and we're like, April Fools, laughing. The coaches was like, they were not feeling it. They was like, y'all gotta do 20 suicides or something like that. But eventually they like lightened up or whatever. So we get to stretching. You know, you start off practice by stretching, and I get called into the office. So I'm like, oh my gosh, did I not pay this month? Because All-Star Cheerleading is expensive, y'all. I had to pay $300 a month. Every month to cheer. Okay. But I loved it. I loved every bit of it. So I'm like, oh my gosh, did I not pay this month? They're going to tell me I can't tumble. So I go into the office, and my coaches are there. So they're like, it was brought to our attention by Ashley that you said you were going to drop her. Did you say that? And I was like, yeah, but I didn't mean it. Like, I said it, but I only said it because when Coach Denise said it, she locked up. So I just wanted to use that as like a little like scare tactic to make her like actually take it seriously and lock her leg. She was like, oh well, she let her guardian know, and her guardian is not happy with that at all. You know, going to the hospital and her condition, she's out for the season, she has hospital bills and XYZ. I was like, no, I completely understand that. And I talked to her at the competition to ask her if there's like anything I can do, if I can talk to her guardian to let her know, like, you know, let me know if I can help in any type of way. And I even planned on reaching out to her like this week. And she was like, well, that's absolutely not acceptable. That was a threat made. We can't have you not catching people, because it's people's lives on the line and XYZ. And I'm like, I'm aware, but this was an accident. Like, I would never purposely drop her or let her fall. Like, I tried to, you know, catch the stunt how I could. And me saying that wasn't because I really meant it, but it was just to encourage her to lock her leg, because I saw Coach Denise do it. And she was like, oh, well, when I did it, I would stand right next to the stunt. So just in case she did fall, I would catch her. First of all, Coach Denise was like 50, 60 years old, real petite. Who were you about to catch? Who were you about to catch? Because now it's like, all right, it's getting flipped on me. And I'm like, hold on, Slim. Like, what? I was like, okay. So then they called my other partner who I was with, the base of the stunt, to ask her, like, you know, so did you hear Marianne say that, or did you see her do that? And my base was like, yeah, I did. And I'm like, okay. So they're like, that's against our bylaws, or, you know, whatever. And if you said that and you did that, then we can't have you. And Coach Denise was like, when I was watching the stunt, it didn't look like you tried to help her. It didn't look like you tried to catch her. And I'm like, what? Then why didn't you say something when it happened? Or say something the next practice. Or say something the next practice. Or say something at the competition when we were waiting for 6 hours to perform. Why didn't you just ask me a question or show some type of concern for my actions if you thought that I actually purposely let her fall? But I didn't say none of that, because I'm just, at that point, I'm just flabbergasted. So they're like, well, you know what we're gonna let the team vote and move from there and take action according to what they decide. So I'm in the office while the rest of the team is, you know, talking, or the coaches are talking to them, and I'm over here thinking, like, did I drop her on purpose? Are they right? Because they're saying that I did, and she said that she saw me, but why? No, like, I'm over here battling with my mind, like, no, like, why would, I don't have nothing against my flyer. I've been hit, punched, kicked, lips swollen during stunts. Accidents happen. And I never showed any type of animosity towards them, or had some type of anger or anything towards them. So, like, why would I, like, no, like, why would I do that? They came back to the office and they were like, so the team decided that you should be removed. And we are still here for you. We still love you, but we just can't have that action done on the team. So if you want to just call your guardian to come pick you up. So I'm like, the team said what? I'm sick. Like, I'm so much happened so quick. So I'm so, like, shocked and so hurt and so just a million different emotions I'm going through. So I'm waiting for my ride, just watching my teammates, like, practice until my sister was the one who would, like, you know, pick me up, drop me off. And I get in the car. She finally comes. I get in the car. I tell her what happened, and I just bust out crying, because one thing about cheer, I fell in love with it so quick. Like, I just fell in love with it. I love the music. I love the stunts. I love the challenge. I love tumbling. I love improving. I love everything about it, and I improved at a fast rate too. Like, I'm gonna try and insert a clip, but I came in with my tumbling skill as a round off, like a cartwheel or round off, which is like a level 1 skill. And I ended off a year and a half later, I had a standing tuck, which is a level 4 skill. There were people on my team who had been cheering since they were kids and didn't even have that skill, but I was so determined. I was just so determined to get better and to be the best I could. Crying, my sister was trying to cheer me up, but I was just so sad. Like, I really just got kicked off my cheerleading team. So I had like a cheer best friend, like my home girl, it was me and her. I think we were the only two, like, seniors in high school on the team, and then the rest were like maybe juniors, sophomores, middle school. Like, so we were just, you know, a little more mature, you know. It was just cool. So after she gets home from practice, She's like, girl, everybody on the team was so freaking fake. When the coaches came out to us, I was like one of the only people defending you. Everybody was trying to slander you, talk on your name, say how messed up you are, this and that. And I kept trying to tell them, like, why would she do that? Like, she did not do it on purpose. It was an accident, blah, 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 blah. Just defending you. And everybody was so fake. She told me how many people voted me to stay on the team. Y'all, there were 17, 18, 17 people on the team. 2 people voted me to stay. 2. Dose. Maybe 3. Maybe I could be reaching maybe 3. 2 or 3 people out of 17 people. These are the girls I was just like at the Shoppers or the Safeway, wherever grocery store we were at, pulling the pink on our coaches 20 minutes earlier, 30 minutes earlier. Oh, they about to be so mad, recorded videos. And they voted me off the team 30 minutes later. What? I feel like I'm already sad, but now I'm getting mad. Like, I feel betrayed. So I get on Twitter, because, you know, I'm young and I'm childish, and I tweeted snake emojis. And one of the girls on the team, the messiest one, honestly, she gonna tweet, I had jokes on you, blah, 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 blah. And I think she was tweeting her sister, who was also on the team and a little bit younger, LOL, what did she think? Da, da, da. I don't know, just subtweeting me. And I'm like, is this real life?
Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
Like, are people really fake like this? And at that time, like, I'm not overly paranoid about, oh, she's gonna betray me, she's gonna betray me. I'm all for the good vibes. I want to have fun. Everybody's my friend. Like, genuinely, if I vibe with you, I vibe with you. So I thought it was all good. PG DC area, one of a comments saying was like, snakes in the grass, you gotta watch your back, snakes in the grass, where the loyalty at. Everybody would say stuff like this, and I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Like, what? But that day I was like, oh, this was Shamin. Okay, got it. We had one more big competition, like the biggest competition of the year. We're supposed to be going to Florida. It's gonna be my last bang for like my senior year. I'm about to graduate. I'm about to finish my cheer season. Didn't even get to go. Found out my teammates were fake. They thought I dropped her or let her fall on purpose. But shout out to my road dog, my bae forever, who stood 10 toes down till the end. Like, when I tell you, they started picking fights with her because she will always defend me for the rest of the season. I've done modeling, I've done stepping, I've done palms. Till this day, I can still say cheer was my favorite one that I ever did, and it was the shortest one I did. The shortest. Yeah, so that's what happened. That's how I got kicked off my cheerleading team. And ultimately, what I learned from that is, for one, everybody's not your friend. So pray for the spirit of discernment when people are around you, because everybody's not your friend. 2, sometimes God will remove you from groups of people or crowds that you don't need to be in. Because even though it hurt me and it, you know, came at the cost of my, you know, cheer experience, they weren't my friends, as I said before. So God removed me from them. And 3rd, watch what you say, because even though like I was just trying to use it as a scare tactic, I shouldn't have said that, because look where that landed me. And honestly, I'm not going to not take any fault in it, because really reflecting on it, I feel like, okay, maybe my positioning wasn't the most accurate, or maybe I could have held her better or something. Really trying to figure it out. But granted, I told y'all, this was my first time doing a one-man stunt. I'm not the most perfect person to do it. I make mistakes. I'm human. Just as my flyer made a mistake. She's, you know, we're all human. So maybe pairing like a unsturdy flyer with a rookie stunter wasn't the best combo, because that created a higher chance for her to fall. But till this day, I know the truth. God knows the truth. I did not drop her on purpose. But ultimately I don't have any like malice or anger or bitterness towards anybody on the team, because this was about 6-7 years ago. Like, I'm grown, I'm an adult now, like whatever. A lot of stuff was petty, a lot of stuff was childish, so I don't have anything towards anybody, and I hope everybody's doing well. But yeah, that's my story time, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.